Hello folks, standing up on the porch doing a look down over the garden. Spring came a good month late, and it looks to me like fall is a good month early. You can see that flowers that usually start to bloom are at the end of middle to the end of September are blooming. So I don't know what's triggering things, but anyway, you can see that those yellow flowers, like a sunflower type of a plant, and then sunflowers that are right there. And I have some over here on the side. I'll take a clip of before when I walk down into the garden. Of course, the beans are still very much in bloom, not setting as many fruits because you can see that there's not the butterflies. There's a couple. You can see two down there flying around the little white cabbage moth butterflies, but not near what would normally be here. Okay, we'll walk down and look at things closer. Standing over here on the side, and the sunflowers, this is seed that I saved from last year that had the great big monster, the Russian stripe, giant stripe or whatever. Well, the heads this year, well, I don't know, they must have been a hybrid because they're not the great big Russian heads, but I planted them there for weed control. My friend M.I. Wilderness on YouTube said that they emit an herbicide from the roots, so hopefully that'll get rid of some of the grasses and stuff that have grown there, that I can maybe next spring do something with that little piece of dirt. Don't know if it's will be in the picture here, but yeah, I see them there. There's a couple bumblebees on the African blue basil. Nothing like they should be. There's one there. I don't know if it's in. You can see him or not, but on the wildflowers, I planted a wildflower mix, and I don't know what the little yellow flowers are, but there's some beautiful flowers that have bloomed. Those the yellow ones are like Asian vegetables. But down here at the bee patch, and some of the things have gone to seed. And you can see that the parsnip is just loaded with seeds. I've started, most of the garden has been reworked and replanted for cover crop for the fall. And we'll go down in and look at where I took the potatoes out. Don't know if you can see that or not, but the hulls on the heart nuts are starting to turn color, and I don't know if you can see out across there, but there's quite a few clusters on the tree this year. It really is making, and hopefully I can beat the squirrels to it, being that I have to work now and I can't sit here and guard things, chase them off. Over here there's some bumblebees again on the different African blue basil, but the honeybees just are not real thick here this year. Okay, down here at the side of the raspberries and the scarlet runner beans, and you can see the red beets have finally decided to take off. They are looking real good. Of course, the sweet potatoes, I've been robbing them, and that means just digging in at the side, and we've been eating sweet potatoes from the side. So had several meals so far, really good. Standing down here at the lower end, and this was the potato patch. The 3 rows of Yukon Gold, and we got 9 5-gallon buckets, which is not a bumper crop, but it's something. and we've been digging and eating as we needed them, also, but robbing from the side. Sweet potatoes, I took a couple out of there already, off of that row too. So this is planted with groundhog radishes and turnips and rye. And now the rye seed was over a year old, and you can see we got some rain and the weeds have taken off, and I just don't have enough time to get in here and really weed it. Some late string beans down there, short row. The peppers, well, as usual, you can see the peppers are really doing well this year. Really happy. Later today I will pick, and then either this evening or tomorrow I will be making more paste. I make about every weekend now I've been making, and they need to be picked. You can see there. See if I got it in there. There's yeah, quite a few red ones. So it's time to make some more paste. We got some late sweet corn over there coming off. 4 rows of beans. Their turnips are up, and that's a look at this garden from the lower end. I thought you might like to see the hazelnut. They grow in a husk, a hull, and there's 3 there, 3 or 4 in my hand, and here's another one right under it. Yeah, they hide really well. I don't know if you can see, they kind of blend in. I don't know, the squirrels have a way of homing in on them. Okay, standing here at the kitchen garden, the one right behind the house, and of course you can see that yesterday potatoes came out of here, and of course here you can see the peppers, the Chinese 5 colors, and they're just beautiful. And of course I picked, ready to pick chilies again. It's time to make more paste. And I did some summer pruning here. Don't know if you can see how well you can see, but the grapes are quite a few have come off already, but are hanging pretty full. The beetles down on my little end ones, they kind of decimated them, but yeah, these are pretty good. I mean, they're not perfect, but then they're not sprayed. And of course I like to just, while I'm working, grab a handful and eat them. But then there's the peppers. Since I've been doing the nut updates, I don't know if you can see that or not. There he is. This tree had a real bad storm early, and it was full, and lots of wee little tiny nuts. There's a few that have made it, but this is the tree that gets the really big ones. The other tree there, oops, zoom out here. It has quite a few on, but they're not nearly as big. Then looking up along the line here, the chestnut trees have grown nicely this year. The persimmon trees have all made it, but the one male, and it made it, but it was a grafted male for a pollinator, and it made it, but below the graft. This is an English walnut. It only has a few nuts on it. It's a little too cold here for this. I have 3 trees, and this is the only one that makes. But it has a few nuts on. They're kind of small. Standing here at the hives, and you can see that. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there's some activity at that one. So the other one, not so much. It may have swarmed. I just haven't had time with working to get into it. Quite a few different kind of plums. And we'll walk up here to the other patch and look at the orchard and and where the corn was taken out. Standing here next to the chestnut tree, and after I did that clip, I thought I would just show you. I didn't get any last year with that really late freeze. It hurt a lot of things, but you can see that this year it's made up for last year, and there are jaggers all over those hulls. And that tree, well, there you get some idea of how full it is looking at it. And then there's the third one. That tree's a little bit bigger, gets a little more sunlight, but it doesn't always pollinate as well. It has a little more distance between it. But anyway, nut harvest, good year. Oh, and while we're here, you can see hazelnut row here, and this little bush has got quite a few on. So, thanks for watching.